talk about that preparation and the mindset that those coaches instilled, because a D2 program does produce guys that play pro baseball. I mean, the statistics are there. Just talk about the preparation and how you felt. Did you feel you were prepared for the pro level as soon as you got out of college?
I think I think quality of competition is it's naturally a little bit of a step down. But I think getting the opportunity to go play in some of these summer leagues, opened my eyes to it really wasn't that big of a difference. I mean, occasionally you're going to face guys that were throwing harder and better stuff, but from a skill position player standpoint, like when I went and played summer ball, being a D2 guy and playing with guys that went to UCLA and Irvine and Fullerton, like all I didn't feel undermatched or overmatched. I didn't feel less of a player than them. Um, but I will say, like the one, not the one thing, a thing that Murphy Stewart did good at Dominguez Hills, and I guess most colleges is. And looking back, you think, why the hell did we do all this stuff from chalking the field to getting there early and pulling the tarp to Indian runs and all these stupid little things. But the one thing I found when I got to pro ball is there is a wide variety of different skill levels there. Mine not being the best of the guys that I played with, but one of the few guys that did make it to the big leagues because I understood that there was more than just skills to separate yourself on the baseball field. There was the accountability, there was the hustle, there was doing things right, there was showing up on time, there was putting extra work. And I credit a lot of that to, all the things I look back on and like, why the hell did we have to do this stuff at Dominguez Hills? Like, you just did it without question because that's what needed to be done. And, when you're given a task to do or an order to do, you just do it. If your coaches want you to wear a collared shirt to the field in pro ball, you wear a collared shirt to the field. You don't argue it, you don't question it, you just do it. And I found, especially with how difficult Murphy Sua was at Dominguez Hills with a lot of that stuff, I felt like just being able to be a guy that was accountable, that was going to do the right thing, was going to show up on time, was going to wear the right things, provided me opportunities to showcase my skill. Because I think initially when you get to pro ball, people don't like to say it or people don't like to think it, but naturally your guys that get drafted earlier get more opportunity than guys that get drafted less. The joke is guys like me really only get drafted so the guys in the first 10 rounds have someone to play against. But like I
Yeah.
figured out that they might be more skilled than me, but like I do a lot of things on the field equally as good to them, but like how was I going to earn opportunity? And it came through a lot of those things. And that's not saying I was, kissing ass or like begging for playing time. I just did the right thing. And ultimately, my play allowed me to get more playing time. But I think doing those little things gave me opportunity to go out there and play.
Yeah, I don't think anyone will ever say you got out hustled. That's for sure. I mean, you're a guy that, grinded your way up and I mean, just watching your career, you've seen how bad you wanted it and how bad you still want it. Preparing yourself mentally, I feel is a huge thing, obviously in baseball. Confidence is king. Um, what would you tell what advice would you give a young baseball player that maybe doesn't have the confidence or just kind of doesn't know where his path is, like kind of like what you said, you didn't know what you wanted to do. What would you tell that guy? What would you tell yourself if you were a senior in high school?
Baseball is really hard. You're going to fail a lot. I never lose sight of that too. Like I sit here now and think it's great. I've been, working out and working on my swing and doing all these things. And I'm like, damn, in like 4 or 5 weeks, I'm gonna have to face live pitching, and that shit is real. Like it's hard. Those guys are really, really good, and like you're gonna fail a lot, but like just understanding that you've got to control what you can control in this game, and there's certain things that I know that I can control when I step in the box, and one of which is being confident, trusting the work that I put in, trusting my swing, controlling my heartbeat, understanding what pitch I want to attack, and then the rest from there is literally up to the man upstairs. Like you can put a good swing on it, you can make outs, you can put a bad swing on it, get hits. Like I think that's the thing that I think we all lose sight of is that it's supposed to be easy. It's not. It's very difficult. Um, as far as what I tell myself, like looking back, is enjoy the ride. And when you commit, be all in. Like, I think there's a certain time when you gotta make that decision that I want to be all in. I'm not saying that needs to be at 8 years old. For me, it was freshman year of college. For some people, it might be sooner, but like when you make that decision, be all in, commit to it, um, and understand that not everyone's going to get there. Like just because you didn't make it doesn't mean your journey was a failure. There's a lot of other great things that can come out of it. A lot of great relationships. Um, I'm sure both of you guys had dreams and aspirations to play in the big leagues, and now you guys get to talk baseball. You guys got a great thing going on here, so like a lot of great things come out of it. Um, and baseball is also about networking and relationships too. You're gonna meet a lot of people. You never know who you're gonna meet. You never know who you're gonna come across, who you can become friends with. Um, but yeah, I mean, I think so many people want it right now. Like I'm gonna get it right now, but like it's a long journey. It's a long road, and some of it's out of your control. But I think doing the little things every day add up. Um, and my
Definitely.
my my biggest thing is just every time you're on the field, just understand someone's watching. You got an opportunity to prove yourself every single time you're on the field. Um, never take that for granted. All it takes is one day for someone to write you off, and all it takes is one day for someone to believe in you. And all it really takes is one person to believe in you. I think that's what happened to me. I mean, I was a 32nd round draft pick. I got passed up by 30 teams 32 times, 32 plus times. And there was a gentleman by the name of Kevin Fox, a local scout, local Toronto Blue Jay scout in the Southern California area, believed I could play. And I don't know if he believed I could be a big leaguer. I mean, he tells me that all the time. I knew you were a big leaguer, but we know that's not the truth. He thought I deserved an opportunity, and he gave me that opportunity, and I made the most of it. So all it takes is one time. You can ruin it one time, and you can make it in one time. So that's why I just tell people to consistently just be you and play the game the right way. And I think playing the right way will reward you opportunities to advance in this game.